Om Shanti will sit in soul consciousness. I, the soul, am listening. Murli from Bab Dada, Supreme Soul. Sweet children, the greatest Father does not make you important people. Take a lot of effort. He says, just remember two words, alpha and beta. So, what is the spiritual father's main task through which he experiences pleasure? The spiritual father main task is to purify the impure. The Father experiences great pleasure in purifying you. The Father comes to grant salvation to you children. He makes you all Satopradhan because you now have to return home. Simply make this one lesson firm. I am a soul and not a body. It is through this lesson that you can have remembrance of Father and become pure. So this lesson that I am soul not a body is most important lesson. Om Shanti, the spiritual father, sits here and explains to you spiritual children. The father experiences pleasure in purifying you children. Therefore he says, remember the purifier father. Only the one father is bestower of salvation for all. No one else can be this. It is at this time that you understand that you definitely now have to return home. In order to inspire you to make more effort, the Father says that it is essential to have the pilgrimage of remembrance. It is only by having remembrance that you become pure. Then you have to study. Firstly, remember Alpha, the Father, and then the Beta, the kingdom. You are given direction for this. You know how you take 84 birth and change from Satopradhan to Tamopradhan. You come down the ladder. You now have to become Satopradhan again. The golden age is a pure world. There not a single person is pure, is impure. In golden age, pure world, not even a single person is impure. These things do not exist in the golden age. Impurity, any kind of impurity does not exist in golden age. The main aspect is to become pure. Now become pure, for only then you will you go to the new world and become worthy of claiming a kingdom. Everyone has to be pure. There's no one there no one is impure. Those who make effort to become Satopradhan are the one who will become the master of the pure world. This is the one main aspect. You have to become Satopradhan by having remembrance of the Father. The Father does not make you make a lot of effort. He simply says, consider yourself to be soul. He says again and again, make the one lesson firm that you are not bodies but souls. That's all. Important people do not read a lot. They are given the essence. Important people are not given any difficulty. You know how many births it has taken you to change from Sato Pradhan to Tamo Pradhan. It would not be said to be 63 births. It takes 84 births to become Tamo Pradhan from Sato Pradhan. You have the faith that you were Sato Pradhan, that you were the residents of heaven, that is the master of the land of happiness. It was the land of happiness that was also called the original eternal deity religion. They too were human beings, but they had divine virtues. At this time, human beings have devilish traits. It is written in the scriptures that the kingdom of deities was established after a war took place between the devils and the deities. The father explains that you were previously devils. The father came and made you into Brahmins. He shows you the way to change from a Brahmin into deity. However, there was no question of war being between the devils and deities. It was been said of the deities that their religion was the highest religion of non-violence. Deities never fight. The fight which is shown between devils and deities, it is that we are the only devils who do the manthan, which are sagar manthan, the manthan of gyan, ocean of knowledge, churning, and then we become, by drinking the gyan amritam, we become deities. So there cannot be question of violence. How could there be a war in the divine kingdom of golden age? Would the deities of golden age come here to fight with the devils? Or would the devil go there to fight with the deities? Neither is possible. This world is old, that world is new. Therefore, how could a war take place? Whatever people listen to on the path of devotion, they continue to say, true, true. Their intellect do not function at all. Their intellect are absolutely like stone. In the Iron Age, people have stone intellects, whereas in the Golden Age, they have divine intellects. That kingdom is of Lord of Divinity. There is no kingdom here. The kings of Copper Age were also impure. They had crown embedded with jewels. They did not have a crown of light. That is, they were not pure. But deities have two crowns. One crown embedded with jewels and the other crown, crown of light. But from Copper Age, this crown of light is not there. There everyone was pure. This does not mean that they had a halo of light above them. No, the halo of light in the pictures is shown to indicate their purity. You too are becoming pure at this time. Where is your light? You know that you became pure by having yoga with Father. There is no trace of vice. Vicious kingdom of Ravan will have been destroyed. Ravan is shown here to prove that it is still the kingdom of Ravan. They burn an effigy of Ravan every year. But he does not get burnt. You are now gaining victory over him, and then this Ravan will not exist. You are non-violent. Your victory is through the power of yoga. All your sins of birth after birth are to be resolved through the pilgrimage of remembrance. When do your innumerable births start? When do your sinful acts start? It is you who belong to original eternal deity religion. Who come first? It decreases by 2 degrees when those who belong to Sun dynasty become part of the Moon dynasty. Then their degree gradually decreases. The main thing now is to remember the Father and become Satopradhan. Those who become Satopradhan in the previous cycle will become that again. They will continue to come. Everyone is number wise. Then, according to the drama, when they come, they will come number wise in the same way. They will come and take birth. This drama is made in a unique way. You need sense to understand this. Just as you have descended, so you also have to ascend. You will pass number wise and you will then become down here number wise. So your aim and objective is to become Satopradhan. Not everyone will pass fully full mark fully. After 100 marks, they continue to decrease. This is why you have to make effort to make a great deal of effort. It is in making this effort that you fail. It is easy to do service the way you explain at the museum. indicate how much you study. If a head teacher sees that someone is not explaining accurately, he would go and explain, he would go and help him. One or two guards are also given the duty to see whether everyone is explaining accurately or not, or whether they get confused if anyone asks them anything. You understand the service at exhibition is better than service at center, and that the service at museum is better than that at the exhibition. There is a good display at the museum, and those who see it will go and tell others about it. This will continue till the end. The world, the words God, Fatherly, World, University are good. There is no mention of human beings in this. Who inaugurated this? Father said that when you invite eminent people to come for an inauguration, many others would come. When they hear the names of eminent people, many will come because of one. This is why the father wrote to Delhi telling them to print the opinions of important people so that when people read them, they will say that all of those important people come to you and give very good opinion. It is good to have those printed. There is no question of magic into this. This is why the father continues to write that you have to make a book of all opinions. You should also distribute them here. It is said that the body is false and mind is also false. Everything is included in this. There are many who say that this is the kingdom of Ravan, the kingdom of devil. Whoever the kingdom belongs to, he should be the first one to be concerned. They say, purify us, impure ones. Therefore, everything is included in this state of impurity. Everyone calls out, O purifier, therefore there must surely be impure. You must create an accurate picture in which it shows whether the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the purifier, or whether it is the river and lakes. There is a pool at Amritsar where all the water become dirty, but those people consider it to be lake of nectar. The Maharajas have it cleaned, considering it to be lake of nectar. This is why the name Amritsar has been given. Even the water of the Ganga is considered to be nectar. That water becomes so dirty that don't even ask. Baba has bathed in those rivers, etc. That water is very dirty. People pick up mud from it and rub it on themselves. Baba has experienced this. Baba has adopted an old experienced body. There is no one who is inexperienced as this one. He has also had the experience of meeting great kings and viceroys, etc. He also used to sell millet and barley. In this childhood, he would become very happy, earning 4 to 6 annas. Just look where he has now reached. Look what this village urchin has become. The father also says, I enter an ordinary body. This one did not know of his own birth. The father sits here and explains how he finally became a village urchin after taking 84 births. The divine activities are not of Sri Krishna or Kans. To break a pitcher of butter, etc., all of these things have been said about Sri Krishna are false. Just look how simply the father explains, sweetest children. As you sit and stand, as you move, and simply remember me alone, I am the highest on high, the Father of all souls. You know that all of you are brothers, and that the one is the Father. All of us brothers remember the one Father. People call out, O God, O Ishwar, but they don't know anything. The Father has now given his introduction. According to drama plan, this is called the age of Gita because the Father comes at the time and gives you this knowledge through which you become elevated. A soul adopted a body and speaks. The Father too has to take the support of a body to perform. His divine alaukic task. For half a cycle, human beings become unhappy, and so they call out to him. The Father only comes once in each cycle. You play your parts again and again. The deity religion is original and eternal, but the foundation of it is no longer exists. So there is no such religion as Hindu religion. The name Hindu is taken from Hindustan. Just as sannyasi refer to place of residence Brahm element as God, in the same way this land where they reside has been referred to as their religion. The Hindu religion is not the religion and eternal religion. Hindu go in front of the idols of deities and bow down to them. Hindu word itself came from Hindustan. Hindu go they sing praise of those who were once deities. Those same deities have become Hindus. Their religions and actions have become corrupt. All other religions are still in existence, but the deity religion has disappeared. Yeah. So, those who were worthy of worship later become worshippers and worship those deities. So much has to be explained to them. So much is also explained about Sri Krishna. He is the first prince of the golden age, and so the 84 birth also begin with him. The father says, I enter this one at the end of the final birth of his many birth. Therefore, he would surely tell you about his account. This Lakshmi Narayan become number one. Therefore, the one who has first then become last. There was not only Sri Krishna, there were also others who were part of Vishnu dynasty. You know these things very well. You must not forget these things. Museum now continue to be opened and many more will be opened. Many will come. People go to temples and bow their heads. You also see that when you also see that when devotees come to you and see the picture of Lakshmi Narayan, they place some money in front of it. They place money in front of it. You say, here it is a question of understanding, not of placing money in front of them. If you were to go to Shiv temple now, would you leave money there? You would go with aim of explaining because you know the biography of all of them. There are many temples. The main one is Shiv temple. Why do they keep other idols there? If they place money in front of each one of them, then that become an income for the priest. So that we call the temple to Shiv or temple to Shiv family. Shiv Baba has created This family, the true family, is of you Brahmins. The Shaligrams represent Shiv Baba's family. Afterwards, you become a family of brother and sister. At first, you are brothers. Hmm? In Paramdham, we all are brothers, and when the father comes, you become brothers and sisters. Then, after you go to golden age, the family become even bigger. Marriages also take place there. So the family expand even more. When we reside in our home, that is in the abode of peace, we are just brother and there is one father. Here you are children of the father of humanity, brother and sister. There is no other relationship. Then in the kingdom of Ravan, there is a great deal of expansion. The father continues to explain all these secrets, yet he still says, sweetest children, remember the father and your sins of innumerable birth will be removed. Your sins will not be cut away by study. Having remembrance, having remembrance of the Father is the main thing. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, and long lost children, love, remembrance, and good morning to Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. From we spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning to Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. Namaste, Baba, Namaste, Shukriya, Baba, Shukriya. Essence for dharana. First, in order to pass with full marks, make your intellect satopradhan and divine. Change your gross intellect into subtle intellect and understand the unique secret of the drama. In order to pass with full marks, make your intellect satopradhan and divine. Change your gross intellect into subtle intellect and understand the unique secret of the drama. Now perform divine and locking act like Father does. Become doubly nonviolent and have your sins absolved with the power of yoga. Blessing. May you be a karma yogi and experience blessing by keeping a balance of karma and yoga. May you be a karma yogi and experience blessing by keeping a balance of karma and yoga. A karma yogi is one whose every act is yoga yukt. A karma yogi is one whose every act is yoga yukt. A karma yogi soul keeps a constant balance between karma and yoga. By keeping a balance of karma and yoga, you receive blessing from Father for every your act anyway. But you also receive blessing from whomever you come into contact or have a relationship with. When someone does something good, blessing emerge from your heart for that one because that act was very good. To consider something to be good is the blessing. Slogan: the practice of putting a stop to your thoughts in a second. The practice of putting stop to your thoughts in a second will bring the karmatit stage closure. Will bring the karmatit stage closure. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Shukriya, Baba. Shukriya. Om Shanti. And today's thought. So Baba has said, on the basis of light, no all instrument of electricity are running. All the physical facility of comforts are based on light. So, can your spiritual power, your soul power, not do this task? You should be able to catch whatever vibration you want from those who are near and far. Only when your mind and intellect are both concentrated, stable with your catching power increase, you will have many experience. When your thoughts are selfless, pure and clear, you will have many experiences very quickly. Science will bow down in front of your power of silence. Even now, people think that there's something missing in science that needs to be fulfilled. This is why Bap Dada is once again underlining for you that your thought power will enable you to do the fast service in your final stage. Therefore, pay greater. Therefore, pay greater attention to the power of your thoughts. Save it and accumulate it. It will become very useful. You will be able to become a soul who constantly experiments with the power of thoughts. What is the importance of science? It is only when scientists make scientific experiment that people believe that they are doing something wonderful. Therefore, in order to experiment with your power of silence, you need the power of concentration. The main basis of the power of concentration is to have power of control of your mind. It is with this that you increase the power of your mind. So, this experiment with the power of thought will be proved as a blessing for soul. Therefore, first of all, see whether you have controlling power to control your mind. Just as with science, you are able to switch something on or off in a second. In the same way, check whether you are able to control your mind as for as long as you want in the way you want. You should be able to see yourself as an embodiment of success both for yourself and service. However, Bap Dada sees that at present you only pay ordinary attention to increase your account of thought of power. You don't pay as much attention to that power as you should. You speak and act automatically on the basis of your thought. There will be no need to make individual effort if you pay attention to this. You think, today I pay attention to control my words, today I pay attention to my drishti, today I pay attention change. I will change my attitude by paying attention to it. But when your thought power is powerful, you automatic control all these things. You will be then saved from having to labor. So realize how important your thought power is. 1512, 1999.